Hey friends, welcome back. Are you in a creative slump right now? Are you struggling with knowing what to paint, or maybe even just finding the motivation to paint or to sit down or even sketch something? Trust me, I have been there so many times. Honestly, I've been through a lot of creative slumps over the years, especially as a content creator. There's so much pressure to feed the algorithm, to feed your audience, to constantly come up with new and creative ideas and concepts and paintings, of course. So, first of all, I just want to tell you I've been there, I know, and it's okay to be in a creative slump. Sometimes the best thing to do is just go for a walk, do other things that you enjoy. For me, it's sitting down and playing the piano, or hanging out with my kids, or playing with the dog, or going to the gym. There's a lot of different ways that you can still be creative without actually dipping your brush in the paint. So, step number one, if you're in a creative slump and you don't know what to paint, is just to enjoy the world around you and look at the world from an artist's perspective. I would say every time you go for a walk or you're in your car, headed somewhere, look around you within reason. Obviously, don't get in trouble with traffic, but look around you from the perspective of, oh, what color would I use for that sky? Or, oh, look at that shape of that tree. What kind of composition could I create with that? Thinking like an artist, I think, is a huge step in just giving your mind some new ideas to kind of mull over. It doesn't have to be something that happens right away. Sometimes we have to marinate on those ideas for a little while before they come into fruition, right? So I just want to encourage you, it's okay if you don't have the creative spirit to sit down and paint and sketch right now, today. Just be thinking about it and let it come to you in its own time. I think the second step towards figuring out what it is you want to paint, what it is you want to sketch, is to start a sketchbook or a watercolor journal or whatever medium you have. It doesn't really matter. A sketchbook has been so incredible in my own creative journey, and it's because I bring it with me, especially on my vacations, and I try to write down a little bit about what I was feeling, what the weather was like, maybe what was happening around me, the sights and sounds. And then I do a little sketch on location. It could be at dinner, or it could be like at the beach with my family, or at some beautiful location in the shade when I had just 5 or 10 minutes to sit down with my sketchbook and draw something out. Especially when you're traveling, it's so exciting when you bring a sketchbook with you and you find that moment in time just to document it in that very special way. If you're not really comfortable with sketching and painting in a sketchbook, just try it. Just try it for a day, a week, a month. Give it a chance. I think you're gonna find it changes your life too. The third step to, I think, helping build your creative practice and getting you excited again about painting so that you know what to do instead of, spending hours and hours wondering, what should I paint, is to create folders in your computer or in your phone. Create specific folders of photos that you'd like to come back to. And, mine are like 70 to 100 pictures in one folder, and I'll just delete them once I've painted them or drawn them because it's time for something new, right? So just start collecting some images that you feel really attracted to. That's so key. I think you just have to be excited about it. It has to have like a color or a shape or a subject matter or a concept that makes you really feel happy and lit up inside, right? So start a folder of all your paintables, things that you want to paint someday. And it's okay if you don't know how to do it, or if it feels like it's too intimidating right now, put a pin in it for later. Step 4, you can use sites like Pixabay or Unsplash. These are amazing websites that offer incredible high quality free photographs for artists like you and me to use. And these are not something you're going to want to paint from if you're going to be in a competition or, entering your art in a juried show. I definitely recommend using your own photographic references for that particular thing. But if you're looking for something to paint just for yourself, for the enjoyment of it, use these sites. There's so many incredible photos, especially when it's something that you yourself probably couldn't photograph, like, some mountain range in China, or a wild lion in the African Sahara Desert. Like, find images that inspire you, that maybe you wouldn't be able to take yourself on these free websites. Go. And finally, I encourage you to look through your own photos, even ones that are maybe 10 or 15 years old. Look through your old photos and see if you can rethink how you would maybe crop that image or see it in a new perspective from editing. Take your photos, crop them, edit them, and figure out some new way to look at them. Sometimes all it takes is just a shift in perspective, and maybe a photo that you thought was totally crap isn't. It's actually got a lot of potential for a painting. So just take tons of time to look through your photos and study them and get excited about them. I guess what I want to encourage you with today is that not all art happens right away, and to stay consistent in your art practice, you don't necessarily have to be painting every day. I know. That's what all these art teachers will tell you. Well, are you painting every day? Are you being consistent? That's not realistic for most people. So the truth is, if you're thinking like an artist and if you're getting excited about ideas and still expressing curiosity, that is all the research you need to do to get excited and to know exactly what to paint next time you do have the time to sit down with your brush, your pencil, and your paints and make it happen. This video, by the way, is sponsored by my online school, Watercolor Mastery. I have over 500 videos on there, unique tutorials, real-time, fully narrated, that take you from the sketch all the way to the finished painting. So if you really are struggling with knowing what to paint and you just want something to be fed to you every day, I've got you covered. One of the most popular things in the membership is the daily challenges. They are released every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for an entire calendar year. So that's every weekday. You have something new to paint, and it covers tons of topics: people, landscapes, animals, flowers, food, still life, cityscapes, oceanscapes, so many amazing subjects. There's something for everyone. So I hope you'll check that out. There's a link in the description below. Thanks for listening to me chat today all about how to choose what to paint. Hopefully this gave you some ideas and just encouraged you to see like an artist, think like an artist, and keep up your creative practice. Happy painting, friends. See you later.